Hello. What I wanted to do, you notice here when I've created this, um, let's see, my Skydome light. You see that I brought this in, and it works, but for me, it looks just a little too um, geometry here for it. It's just enough to where it makes it kind of get that chunky look to it. So I'm not crazy about that. So I'm probably wanting to export it out again as a higher resolution, a higher geometry mesh. So I have here, I have my Skydome light, and I want to create a layer. I'll go here where it says channel box, and I'll create a new layer. I'll go to layers, create layer from selected. I'll double click this layer, and I'm going to call it Skydome layer. Save, and I'm going to make that, I'll click R to make that a reference so that right here, R, that way I can't select it again. It's not selectable. And if I'm looking at my ZTL file, I have this open. My ZTL file here, let's see, I have my geometry, I have the ZTL open. If you don't, you just go to Load Tool, you click it and you click and drag and then cancel. Or edit, excuse me, not cancel. So I have it here on subdivision level 5. I want to export out the OBJ. I'll export this out at subdivision level 2. And when I'm exporting out the OBJ, the reason that I do that is whenever we export it out as an OBJ, that is the geometry, and that is the level that I want it at. So I'm going to say this is going to be, I'll just call it eye color. High res, I guess I'll call it OBJ. Save that. I'll put this back up on subdivision level 5 so everything's super smooth. And I'll go to Z plugin. I'll expand here where it says multi-map exporter. I'm going to export my displacement again, my texture from polypaint. And in here where my displacement map, where it says export options, I'll expand that. And displacement map, expand that. And where it says subdivision level 1, I'm going to put that on 2. So what that means is the displacement map that I'm creating is meant to show the changes from subdivision level 2 to 5. So that way it's going to compensate that that subdivision level is the one it's aiming to make the changes to. So it should look the same. Okay, so from there I'm going to say create all maps. I'm going to click that button and I'm going to go here to documents. Create a new folder and I'll call this eye textures revised. I should just delete the other ones, but I'm not going to. I'll go ahead and put them in this folder and click save. And there they will export out. From this point, I can open up Maya. I have Maya open already. I had added my eye clear already here to this layer. I don't know if you have yours, but I'm going to go ahead and go to import. Import 285 spring 23. Oh, wait. And that was my eye color iris right here, OBJ. Import that. Okay. I can see it. Click W and click on it once. I'll click and drag on it, and then I'll hold shift, and here I can see it. This is the lower res one, left eye color. I'm going to move that off. Here I have this one. This is the higher res one, you can tell. I'm going to expand my hypershade. So I'm going to go ahead and make this into a double-sided, double-paned window here. I'll go to Panels, Perspective, Perspective, so I can see it. This one I'll go to Panels, Panel, Hypershade. I was hoping to see my, here we go. We have some materials already here. Here's my AI standard here. This should be the eye color TM. So I'm going to click that. You see that here, eye color TM. And I'm going to click here for this folder for it. And I'm going to instead go into Textures Revised. And I'm going to get this front eye color TM open. Okay, there we have that. And I'll go down here to this placement map. And I will click right here, eye color. There we go. And Textures Revise. And this is the EXR open. Okay, from this point, if I go to Renderer, Arnold, click this play button, give a good look at it. There we go. We got the texture added to it. Looks like I have the displacement map added to it. Let's see, I can go to eye clear, turn that on. Go back to viewport. Where is that? Okay, so eye clear, remember I made some changes to it, but I'm not liking that too. It's still like way, I don't know. If I go here to my channel box and I expand P-sphere shape 2, let's see, where do I have here? Polysphere 2, there we go. And subdivisions axis, if I put that on 40, is it going to get all screwed up? Nope. What about on the height? 40? Nope, seems okay. Seemed okay until a minute ago. Let's see what this is all about. Kind of whacked it all out. That's okay. I'm okay with this. So on my axis, it was able to do it. It was because I added a change to it. And so that kind of screwed with it. But let's take a look at how this looks, because going around I have it set to 40 and that's good. Let's go to Renderer Arnold. There we go. I can see that clear membrane around it. That's good. Let's see. I'm sure there's some things I can do to this. Turn up my metalness so I get some reflectivity to it. What about my transparency? How is it transparent? I think that's in geometry. Turn that opacity down. Let's see, with my color, I'll turn that down here. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but this is what I know about making eyes. Okay, so now we have that. What was next? We'll go here to Renderer, Viewport, and this one I'm going to delete this this other eye, the old eye. I don't need that anymore. Turn on my body mesh. There we go. I'm going to select, see body mesh. I'll click this and put this on R. I'm going to click this button here to put it on one view. And I'm going to click and drag over the eye parts. And I'm going to go, let's see, we got here. I'll hold shift and I'll select the clear part. And I just want this to be eye color. And I'll click L next to it, left eye color. And then this one, I will click, this is left eye clear. All right, I'll click over both of them and I'll click Control D and W to move. It's not showing me my arrow. When it doesn't show me my arrow to move it, I can go to Modify, Center Pivot. There we go. I can move it right over here. All right. So let's see. This one was set to 4.6. This is set to negative 4.661. It's okay. We could try to make it more exacting, but I'm pretty happy. Let's take a look at here. Let's go to Renderer, Arnold, and let's render it. Let's see what it looks like. Not too shabby. Right. Well, it could be adjusted in some ways, but I don't know. This will work for now. Okay, renderer. I'll put this on viewport 2.0. And then I wanted to make teeth. Maybe, I don't know if you followed along with that, but if not, that's okay. So I went to, right here, I went to a cube. Okay, so cube. And I'm going to go ahead and go to where it says polycube 1 here for the inputs. Width, I'll put that on 8. And subdivisions width, I'll put that on 8. Okay, I'll click here for modeling toolkit. And I'll click here for the edge mode. I'll double click the edge. And right here I have my symmetry object X on. And I have soft select on, and I have the volume set to 10. I think that's good, and I'll pull out. This will kind of bow it. I'll click face mode, and I'll select this face here on the end, and I'll click E, and I'll rotate it. Let me turn that down. I'll turn my volume down to, say, 6, I think. And let's do 7. I wanted to give it a slight bend. E, I'll rotate this again. Okay, so I'm gonna just click the face again. I'm gonna turn off soft select, and I'll rotate this here. And then I'm gonna go into edge mode, and I'm gonna double click this edge, and I'm gonna rotate it a little bit. And double click this edge and rotate it a bit so that we can kind of get it to be like somewhat smooth, right? This edge, rotate a little bit. I'm gonna select here, this one. No, double click. Okay, double click, and I'm gonna click R to scale. I'll make this less wide, and this one make it less wide. There we go. Okay, so that looks about right for a bite there. I might want to double click and move some of these out. Okay, great. So that'll be the gum, and then I think, and then we're going to go to cube. We'll create another cube. I'll lift this up and bring this over. This side, and R. Make it kind of flat. Bring it down, and I'm going to select, say, the face on the very top of it. Click R and make that not as wide. There we go. Go back to object mode and move it up into place right near the middle. Okay, that's that first tooth. From there, I'll position it and I'll click Control D to duplicate that and start making it look like the other teeth as well. But for right now, this is where we left off. I'm going to do a Control S to save. I'm going to save that. If we're moving this in between computers, we want to go to File, Archive Scene, and that'll create the zip file. Okay, and that's about it. All right, I'm going to send this to you.